Hey folks, Scrappy Dog 1 channel. It's deer season for me, muzzleload tag, Eastern Washington. Getting over a flu, pulled a back muscle, stretched a tendon or something in my hip. So I'm going to complain some more, just give me a minute. But let me show you where we're at. Middle of nowhere, Eastern Washington scablands. Pretty vast expanse here. Miles and miles and miles. Good mule deer habitat. I've picked off many in this general area before, so it's my last day of the season, so we're going to see what we can't do. I sound nasally. I told you I'm getting over a flu. Just deal with it. Nice little cave down there. Nothing in it. Alright, and if I do get one, I don't know if I'll get the shot on camera, but I'll definitely get some good footage of what happens. I might add, I got my brand new CVA Optima muzzleloader inline. Takes those 209 primers, which they just legalized in this state. I'm pretty jacked about that. I think those things burn a whole hell of a lot cleaner and hotter. And we'll see if we can't pick something off. Look at that view of that canyon. The old Missoula flood just washed clean. Little beef ranch down there in the bottom. Sorry about the wind noise, I can't help it. Look at the size of these sagebrush. What great cover. I got really no choice but to go down through the middle of it to get to the next little draw. These are 8 feet tall. Something jumped. It's gonna scare the shit out of me. I guess we'll call this the boneyard. Looks like a cow gave up the ghost. I don't know where his head is. There's a pelvis. Alright, so I'm probably two plus miles into this hike from my property. This is an adjacent piece of state ground. I don't know how many acres, 5,000 roughly, whatever. I'm pretty surprised I have not kicked anything up. I know it's the middle of the day, but I've done this before. Usually jump something out of here, but I'm getting towards the last quarter of it. Nothing. But boy, I will say, I sure do feel damn lucky to be living in a place like this, to be able to hunt, fish, whatever. I don't like people, and there's not a lot of them out here, so even though I don't get a deer, I will say I feel damn lucky, and I do not take it for granted. Alright, we'll just keep on going. I'm sitting here having a break for a minute. I just got over that sickness I told you, so I'm gonna cure it with a beer. What the hell is that doing in there? There we go. So of course I do got my binoculars. They're just 10 by 42 Vortex or whatever. I don't like to, I can't sit in glass because the minute I take those binoculars away from my face, it takes me a few minutes to adjust. I'm in my 50s now. I just wanted to mention that, so I'm sure I'm not the only one with that issue. So I can still see long range pretty good, so I trust my eyeballs. But yeah, using those things for 5-10 minutes at a shot, pretty difficult to start focusing after you take them down. And besides, I'm shooting a muzzleloader, so anything past 150, 200 is a pretty far stretch. It can be done, but If I do see something way the hell out there, I gotta plan a sneak. I have done that before. It's fun. Well, this phone isn't gonna zoom that far, but I do see a deer probably 600 yards down past this draw, and to me it looks like a doe through my binoculars. We'll just keep an eye and see what else wants to come out with her. Right there. Looking at it closer, it's maxing out my binoculars, but I think that's a little spike. But I'm in a 3-point minimum area game unit, but this time of year the bucks usually run together, so if there's another one, it's probably going to be a buck. But those little spikes tend to run with does a lot, so we'll just watch for a few minutes. Hang on. And if something legal did come out with that guy, I'd have to go miles to put a pretty good sneak on him. I'd have to go back up that draw, come from behind, because the wind, it's pretty much my face right now, so I can't go low. Oh, God. We'll see. All right, I'm gonna head back. There's nothing coming. I've been sitting here too long. It's the last day. I gotta go be a little more productive on filling this tag, not watching a spike at 500-600 yards. Okay, stay tuned. First shed, a little pencil spike, probably from the one I was just watching. Nah, he's gonna be bigger than last year. What we got here? Not a very big cow. The cow none the least. Now we're going up to that little cave I was above earlier. Look at this trail. It beat to shit. Fresh. And there's no cows in here right now. Alright, let's go up there. Something's staying in there. Let's see here. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Why is there a piece of sheet metal? What is going on? That's a pretty cool little cutout the old Missoula flood made. Huh. Well, yeah, and then you got a piece of sheet metal right there. Some baling twine all screwed up. Huh. Sorry about the noise. What does this say? Zenith. What? I didn't know the old TVs had sheet metal. That's cool. That'd be a cool tag to take off of their cool badge. I don't have any tools with me. Yeah, that was a crazy place to find TV or stereo trash. That was a little cave, and there is no houses for, I mean, literally miles. And there's no other trash around that. How the hell did that get in that cave? That is nuts. I mean, some old cowboys, or well, they wouldn't be that old cowboys, what, 40s, 50s, use that for a shield to get their fire going or something. A windshield, a blocker, or whatever. I don't know. That blows my mind. There was no other trash around. Not like that. I mean, that piece of frayed up baling twine, that was it. Jeez. Cool. little gopher lives in there. Okay, I see the pickup. Quarter mile, somewhere in there. Half mile. Got this fence to cross. I was going to show you when there's snow on the ground or whatever, and you're worried about getting stuff in your barrel. This is what they teach you at the old school hunter safety right there. Put your hat on the end, throw her down. Don't worry about nothing. That's especially good for snow. Okay. I'm not sure if they still teach that or not, but I'm teaching you. And the answer is yes, I have dug through looking for old cool bottles, but this is probably 60s, 70s. Well, there's a date right there, little miniature 7-Up. There. It's an old drag for mules. Used to hook on there. It's a wagon looking thing. That's some wagon parts. There's some wagon axle hub or whatever you want to call it. These parts around here are full of this stuff. Every time a farmer upgraded, he just ditched his equipment in the weeds. And there we go. Whew, if this is the last time I click on, thanks for joining me. Subscribe if you want. We'll do more interesting stuff. Take care.